In a small village nestled deep within the lush green valleys of Japan, there lived an old man named Hiroshi. Hiroshi was known throughout the village for his wisdom and serenity. He was a true master of the art of do not react, a philosophy deeply rooted in Zen teachings that had the power to change lives. One sunny morning, a young man named Kenji moved to the village, seeking refuge from the chaotic city life that had left him anxious and stressed. He had heard of Hiroshi's wisdom and sought his guidance in finding inner peace. Kenji arrived at Hiroshi's humble home, a serene cottage with a peaceful garden. Hiroshi welcomed him with a warm smile and invited him to sit in the garden, under the shade of a blossoming cherry tree. "Tell me, young one," Hiroshi began, "what brings you here?" Kenji opened up about his troubles, how the constant noise and rush of the city had left him feeling lost and disconnected. He spoke of his frustration, anger, and the way he had been reacting impulsively to life's challenges. Hiroshi nodded in understanding. "I can see that you are troubled," he said. "But, my dear friend, the key to finding peace lies in the art of do not react." Kenji was intrigued but puzzled. "What is this do not react, and how can it change my life?" he asked. Hiroshi took a deep breath and began to share a story from his own past. "Many years ago," Hiroshi began, "I was a hot-tempered young man much like yourself. I would react to every slight, every provocation, with anger and impatience. One day, I met a wise old Zen master, who sensed my turmoil. He invited me to join him on a journey." Hiroshi paused, his eyes filled with memories. "We walked through the dense forest for days, and I noticed that he never reacted to anything. Whether it was a thorn pricking his foot or a wild animal crossing our path, he remained serene." Kenji listened intently, captivated by Hiroshi's words. "One evening, as we rested by a tranquil stream, I asked the master how he managed to remain so calm in the face of adversity." Hiroshi continued. "He looked at me and said, 'Young one, the world is like a mirror. It reflects back what you project onto it. If you react with anger, the world will respond with anger. But if you choose not to react, if you remain calm and centered, the world will reflect that peace back to you.'" Hiroshi's story resonated deeply with Kenji. "But how can I learn this art of do not react?" he asked. Hiroshi smiled and handed Kenji a small, smooth pebble from the garden. "Take this pebble," he said, "and keep it with you always. Whenever you feel the urge to react impulsively, hold it in your hand and take a deep breath. Remember that the pebble represents the stillness within you." Kenji followed Hiroshi's advice diligently. Over time, he found that the simple act of holding the pebble and taking a deep breath allowed him to pause and choose his responses wisely. He began to embrace the art of do not react in his daily life. As the days turned into months, Kenji noticed a remarkable transformation within himself. His anger and impatience began to wane, replaced by a sense of calm and understanding. He no longer reacted to life's challenges but responded with grace and composure. Word of Kenji's transformation spread throughout the village, and people began to seek his guidance in finding inner peace. Kenji, now a beacon of serenity, shared the art of do not react with others, just as Hiroshi had done for him. And so, in the tranquil village of Japan, the wisdom of Hiroshi and the art of do not react continued to change lives, inspiring people of all ages to find the peace and serenity that resided within them all along. Through their example, they learned that in the stillness of non-reaction, one could find the most profound and life-changing transformation of all.